The stars above the city of Zoria, 9 burned cold and white, a vast cosmic audience for the dance of politics, power, and beauty below. In the central spire of the celestial court, Princess Leora drifted through her ceremonial chamber, her sapphire gown shimmering like liquid starlight. For centuries, alien suitors of the highest rank had sought her hand, magnificent beings from distant galaxies, rulers of empires, warriors of renown. Yet all had failed. "No one can claim her," whispered her attendants as she passed, voices tinged with awe and frustration. Leora herself had long ceased to care about their words. Her eyes, deep pools of violet, betrayed a restless mind. She was not unkind nor cold. She simply yearned for something that none of the universe's alien lords could offer. And then came the human. It began with the Celestial Games. Leora's father, Emperor Kale, had decreed that this cycle of suitors would include a rare contingency, a delegation of Terrans, humans from the Sol System, renowned for their unpredictable strategies in diplomacy and combat. It was unprecedented. Commander Eric Van stepped onto the polished obsidian floor of the court, his uniform stark against the luminous alien architecture. He felt every eye on him, some curious, some disdainful. To them, humans were fragile, untested in the grand cosmic arenas. But Eric had survived wars across 3 star systems, negotiated truces with species whose languages could fracture a human mind, and walked unarmed into territories where the slightest misstep meant death. He was not here to charm. Not yet. Leora watched from the balcony, intrigued. Humans were different, not elegant like the Qurans, who could manipulate gravity with a flick of their hands. Not terrifying like the Draft, whose mere presence could bend minds. Eric carried no aura of power, yet there was something in his gait, a confidence born not of command, but of experience, that drew her attention. The games themselves were brutal, testing not only physical prowess, but wit, empathy, and leadership. Alien suitors displayed their abilities in contests of strength, manipulation of cosmic energies, and even the forging of alliances. Eric participated with quiet determination. He did not possess the raw power of the Xylarian nobles, nor the psychic dominance of the Thren. Yet he excelled in adaptability. In a labyrinth of oracles, a trial that combined intellect and intuition, Eric moved with a calm humanity that no alien could predict. He solved riddles that twisted time itself and navigated corridors that shifted like living galaxies. Leora observed, fascinated, as the other suitors faltered before puzzles that would have defeated centuries of training. When the labyrinth collapsed, signaling completion of the games, Eric emerged, untouched and composed. His eyes met Leora's, and for the first time, she felt a pulse of recognition, not of duty or expectation, but of something unnameable, electric, human. The court was abuzz with whispers. A human in the running for the princess? Impossible. Yet he survived. Leora's father regarded Eric carefully, sensing the stir in his daughter's expression. "Human," he said, voice deep and resonant. "You have performed well. Few of my court would have managed what you did. Yet you know this is no ordinary alliance. My daughter is not a prize to be won by trials alone. Do you understand the stakes?" "I do," Eric replied, his tone steady. "And I understand her, not as a prize, but as a person." The words echoed in the hall, and Leora felt an unfamiliar warmth. No alien had ever spoken to her this way. Not with recognition, not with respect. Days passed. The suitors tried subtly to outdo each other, displaying grand gestures, gifts that defied imagination, and demonstrations of allegiance. Yet Leora found herself drawn to the human in quieter moments, walking among the gardens, discussing star charts, even sharing a meal aboard the observation deck. He was flawed, stubborn, occasionally reckless, but undeniably alive, palpably real. One evening, as twin sons of Zoria, 9 dipped beneath the horizon, painting the sky in bruised purples and golds. Eric found her on the balcony, staring at the stars. Most humans would be overwhelmed by this sight, he said softly. I'm not most humans, she replied, a small smile tugging at her lips. Nor am I most aliens, he countered. I don't have a throne to sit on, or centuries of inherited power. But I choose to be here. She turned, startled by the sincerity in his eyes. Choose to stand beside you, not as a suitor, not as a contender, but as someone who values you for who you are. For the first time, Leora felt the pull of something beyond duty or expectation. Her heart, long guarded, fluttered. Could it be that human, so simple, so fragile, yet unyieldingly brave, could claim what centuries of aliens could not? The decisive moment came in the Hall of Vows. Each suitor approached, offering gifts, promises, and demonstrations of their devotion. The Koran prince presented a shard of a collapsing star, its energy condensed into a sphere that hummed with raw force. The Thren Lord projected visions of entire galaxies, bending the audience's perception of time and space. When it was Eric's turn, he did nothing of the sort. He knelt before Leora, unarmed, unadorned, offering only his hand. I cannot match the wonders they have shown, he said, voice clear, but I can promise this. I will stand by you, protect you, and honor you in every way I am able. No alien would claim you, princess, until a human did. And if you allow me, I will. Silence fell over the hall. Leora's eyes glistened. No one had ever spoken to her like this. No one had ever seen her as an equal, as a being worthy of choice, not conquest. Then, with deliberate grace, she placed her hand in his. I accept, she said. The reaction was immediate and chaotic. Court members gasped, some in outrage, others in disbelief. Emperor Kale regarded the pair silently, his expression unreadable. Slowly he nodded. So be it. Let it be known across the stars. The human has claimed the princess, and the court shall respect this bond. Life after the declaration was not simple. Many aliens withdrew their alliances, some openly challenging the human, questioning his worth. But Eric faced every challenge with the same steadfast resolve. His ingenuity in diplomacy, his bravery in battle, and his loyalty to Leora gradually earned the grudging respect of the court. Together, Leora and Eric navigated conspiracies, interstellar conflicts, and cultural divides. In private moments, they discovered laughter, tenderness, and a shared fascination with the cosmos. Leora introduced him to her people's history, the songs of dying stars, the rituals of interstellar navigation. Eric taught her human customs, the thrill of risk, and the value of choosing one's path regardless of expectation. One night, as they sailed aboard Leora's personal starship above the glowing nebulae of Zoria 9, he took her hand and said, We've faced so much, yet I still fear one thing, losing you to what the universe expects. She laughed softly, leaning into him. I am not theirs to claim. I am mine, and now ours. And for the first time in her life, Leora understood the power of choice, the power being truly seen. No alien could have offered this. Only a human, imperfect and extraordinary, could have claimed her heart. The legend of the human who claimed the princess spread through the galaxies. Bard sang of Eric Vance, a man who defied centuries of tradition and alien expectation, who dared to love a princess not as a prize, but as a partner. Young humans and aliens alike looked to him as proof that courage, integrity, and authenticity could overturn the most rigid hierarchies. But to Leora, he was not a legend. He was a man who had entered her life, challenged her world, and ultimately stood beside her, not as a conqueror, but as someone who had earned her trust, her admiration, and her love. No alien would claim her. None ever had, until the human did. The stars above burned cold, silent witnesses to a bond that transcended race, species, and expectation. And under their eternal gaze, Leora and Eric charted a new course, together into the infinite unknown.